Hey guys, welcome back to Backpocket Game Reviews, and today we're going to review ARMS with no gameplay footage. The reason why there is no gameplay footage was because I did with Zelda. I made one with some gameplay footage, and that's I have the Nintendo partnership program. Normally I probably would have made like $10 off that video. I made 19 cents because that's how much of it Nintendo took. So thank you, Nintendo. But this is how I used to review them anyways, because Nintendo instantly declares ownership of the video the second that it goes up, even with the partnership program. So ARMS just recently came out on the Nintendo Switch, and I will tell you this, I have not played it with the motion controls yet, because I'm not a huge fan of motion controls. I prefer playing it with either on the tablet, but it does kind of start to hurt your hands after a long playtime that way, or with the Pro Controller, which feels much better on your hands after long periods of time. ARMS is pretty well done. So it's a fighting game. It's kind of like Punch-Out on acid. You have all these different people, and their arms shoot out. Like, they just shoot out. Launch clear across. You can turn them and make them chase the person. And keep in mind, that is not... Chasing wouldn't be the exact way to say that, because you do have to have a sense of accuracy with how far you turn the arm. It does take a decent amount of skill to play online with it. You're not going to just be able to sit there and spam the button and not kind of get instantly destroyed. But the difference between this game and like another fighting game is it doesn't focus as heavily on combos. So if you're playing the game, combos aren't really going to be as much of a deal. Like, you're not going to hear, combo breaker! Yeah, I'm not going to juggle you in the air to where you have, like, no health all of a sudden. You do have, like, a super attack. It takes away probably about a quarter of the health, I would say. It's very well balanced. It doesn't feel like anyone is just completely OP. You have different hands you can swap out, like the slapper. The slapper's pretty funny. It like curls around and slaps them. And they move slightly differently. So each hand functions in a slightly different way. There are bigger people who have more capable of doing damage in one hit. They're like wrecking ball style arms. So it is a very interesting and in-depth game with a lot there to play, whether it just be the actual story, which is really hard because you have to actually beat the story on 4 or higher difficulty just to be able to play the game online. Which, I guess that's fair. They want to make sure they're not just dropping someone who is going to get completely destroyed into the online. But I do find it funny that what if you can't beat it on 4? I guess you never get to play the online. I will say that the end boss is extremely infuriating. It's different when you play on 4 or above, because I first played through it on 2, and then I was like, alright, let's do an online match, and it was pretty easy on 2. So then I went to go try to do the online match, and I was like, no, you have to beat this on difficulty of 4 or higher before you can play online. So I was like, alright, there is a different end boss. I mean, kinda. It's kinda hard to explain. But it's different at the end. It is a lot more challenging at the end of 4 or higher than what it is on any of the levels below it. You earn like a currency from playing the game, where you can then go in and essentially play this little mini game where they've got targets and stuff, and you have to hit these prizes that's going to drop for you, and there's little time extenders, but you buy time with currency, which then allows you to unlock different arms, such as slappers or the wrecking ball. I really like to play as Ribbon Girl. That's typically who I play as. I think she's a very well-designed character, and I think that they clearly spent a lot of time on character design for these games. I would definitely check out ARMS if you have a Switch. I think you'd thoroughly enjoy it. I'm not going to recommend motion controls because, again, I didn't try them. and I'm not a big motion control guy, so typically given the opportunity, I'm going to opt out of using motion controls, which I've been very happy because games like Star Fox Zero forced me to still have to use some form of motion controls, even when I didn't want to. And that's a great way to alienate an audience that doesn't want to use that or doesn't want to feel like they're trying to play a game that was based around a gimmick. But if you're enjoying ARMS and you've played it so far, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. Go ahead and let us know your opinion. Obviously, someone who would be watching this to possibly know, should I buy ARMS, might be interested in hearing what you have to say about it as well. I typically read the comments on review videos, so... But guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon with plenty more content.